This is Twit.
Microsoft has cut the price of the 32GB Surface RT by $50, bringing the tablet down to $349. The 64GB version got a bigger price drop, $150 down to $499. Unlike previous discounts, Microsoft is offering these in all markets indefinitely. Bloomberg previously reported that by mid-March, Microsoft had only sold 1/3 of the 3 million RTs produced.
Last week, Ma Elun, a 23-year-old woman from a province in China, was allegedly electrocuted when she answered a call on her iPhone 5 while it was charging. This is according to China-based Xinhua news agency. In an email statement to Reuters, Apple spokesperson said that the company is, quote, deeply saddened to learn of this tragic incident and offer our condolences to the Ma family. Apple also will fully investigate and cooperate with authorities on this matter.
iWatch hopefuls have more good news, but a longer wait. GigaOM passes along a Financial Times report that Apple has been hiring aggressively for the project in recent weeks. I'm imagining press gangs going after watch developers or something like that. Apple has hit upon some tough engineering problems, apparently, and that probably means a 2014 launch for any kind of Apple smartwatch.
Oh, but it gives us so much more time for rumors.
Yay!
Microsoft smartwatch production is a job for its Surface team. People who are familiar with Microsoft's plans tell The Verge. The Xbox accessories team previously was developing a prototype that would come with a heart rate monitor. We reported it earlier on Tech News Today. The upcoming device apparently runs on a modified version of Windows 8 that would allow for integration with other Windows devices. Plus, perhaps there would be cloud storage, as well as perhaps several different device colors. Surface team. Go for it.
Hey,
yeah.
How about more Moto X rumors?
How about them?
Ostroid reports on a Rogers video showing off the new Moto X phone previously seen in Eric Schmidt's hands. The video posted on Google Plus by Dima Pronyenko demonstrates how Moto X has always-on voice commands. All you got to do is say, "Okay, Google now," and boom, you get the ability to do a little voice search. Also, you get the ability to launch the camera by flicking your wrist twice, but don't throw it by mistake.
That's how you get RSI.
Yes, it is.
Apple and Samsung's relationship status remains complicated, since Samsung is not only, suing Apple a lot and competing against Apple with pretty good results, but also continuing to provide the chips that power iPhones. Samsung reportedly will supply Apple with A9 chips based on a 14-nanometer process node starting in 2015, the Korea Economic Daily reports today. The chip would go into production in 2015 and power an iPhone. Theoretically, it would be the iPhone 7 if it actually uses the same numbering conventions we're used to now, which could be released in the later half of next year.
I'm glad to see those two patching it up. I really was rooting for them. Sony's still paying for the devastating 2011 attack on the PlayStation Network. And earlier this year, the UK's Information Commissioner's Office fined Sony £250,000 for not being better prepared for the attack. Sony still doesn't think it deserves the fine, but it agreed to pay it anyway rather than disclose details about security procedures.
Speaking of security, 2 security experts have hacked into femtocells from Verizon. Tom Ritter and Doug DePerry demonstrated for Reuters how they can eavesdrop on text messages, photos, and phone calls made with an Android phone and an iPhone connected to a Verizon femtocell, and will demonstrate the technique at DEF CON and Black Hat. Verizon says it has updated the software of its femtocells to block these hacks.
Chris Sevier has filed a lawsuit against Apple in U.S. District Court in Nashville over the ability to see porn on Apple devices. I know, I didn't know this happened either. Sevier seeks damages and injunctive relief, specifically that all Apple devices be sold in safe mode from now on. Sevier alleges Apple's porn offering led to unfair competition between his wife and porn stars, which ultimately caused a deteriorating relationship. It's not a laughing matter, Sarah. He's made a video with his electronic music group in support of the lawsuit.
Unfair competition. I shouldn't have seen that. If you're HP, who would you want advice from? Apparently, cable TV, French fry makers, and Microsoft. HP announced today that it is adding 3 new members to its board: Robert R. otherwise known as Dob Bennett, former president and chief executive of Liberty Media Corporation, Ray Ozzie, former chief software architect of Microsoft and founder of new startup Tyco, and James A. Skinner, former VP, vice chairman, and CEO of McDonald's Corporation and current chairman of Walgreens. HB continues to search for a permanent non-executive chairman. Ralph V. Whitworth will continue to serve as chairman of the board on an interim basis.